Joining us now exclusively is Lindsay's father, Michael Lohan, who's been outspoken in his attempts to get Lindsay the help that he says she needs. Also joining us this morning from Los Angeles, Lisa Bloom, his attorney, who's also a CBS News legal analyst. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me begin with you, Michael. A couple of weeks ago, Lisa wrote a letter to the judge on your behalf asking that the court impose stricter controls. The judge was pretty harsh on Lindsay yesterday. Are you satisfied?
Well, I'm happy that they took more constraints to keep Lindsay in line and, to monitor what she's doing. Lisa's letter was very encompassing. One thing we were adamant about is that Lindsay should not go to jail or be incarcerated because it's not going to benefit her or the system in any way. But I'm very confident with what the judge did. I thank her, the DA, and especially Lisa for being so steadfast in this plight that I'm on.
So do you think this is enough? Do you think this will mark a turning point in Lindsay's life?
It'll help. It's one step in the right direction.
What else do you think she needs?
Well, I'm adamant about it, the prescription drug use. And, we only see the Lindsay Lohans and the Brittany Murphys and the Heath Ledgers and now Brittany's husband as of late. But we don't see the other 25,000 to 50,000 kids every day that are dying because of prescription drug use. Something's got to be done, and that's something the court doesn't have a hand on when it comes to Lindsay because she's under prescription. But are those prescriptions, are they justified? Should she be taking any prescription medication? I don't believe so. She never needed it, and I believe that that's going to be her ultimate downfall. But right now it's just other drugs and alcohol, and at least is going to address that with the court and try to get her into a rehab with us.
So Lisa, let me get this straight, because Lindsay has been ordered to submit to random drug tests every week. Well, that will only test for illegal drugs. That will not test for prescription, correct?
That's the key question, Maggie, and I've been trying to find the answer to that from both the district attorney and from the court. It depends on the court's order, but my understanding is that in general, the random drug test will only test for illegal drugs, street drugs. So if somebody has prescription drugs in their system, even if they're taking excessive amounts, even if they weren't legally prescribed by a doctor, they may be able to get around those random drug tests. Michael and I would like to see prescription drugs included in the random drug testing.
Because, Michael, you say that is her weakness. Do you think your daughter is dying from prescription drug use?
I think it's eating her up on an emotional level and a physical level. And I don't think she'll ever be herself unless she's off prescription drugs, or she'll never be at the place she should be in life, where she was before. She needs a rehab. She doesn't need jail. She doesn't need, this is it's a great direction that they're moving in. It is a positive step. But unless Lindsay goes to a rehab, like Lisa and I have proposed, and as long as it's not just a traditional rehab, because we all know, and I've been told even as of last night, that drugs are snuck into rehabs. That they were snuck into prisons when I was in prison. I saw people getting drugs all the time.
So she needs something customized, in your view, is what you're saying.
The perfect word, customized.
I have to ask you about the criticism that I'm sure you've heard many times. People say that your concern for Lindsay is really self-serving, that all you want is control of her life, her finances. How do you respond to that? Criticism?
People criticize me? You're kidding.
This just in.
Listen, I don't care what people say. I'm her father. They're not in my shoes. They're not looking at things from my position. First of all, Lisa made it very, very clear that we wanted control. If we do go for conservatorship, it's about Lindsay's well-being. It has nothing to do with her finances. I want nothing.
You don't want control of her money?
Absolutely not. Look at what the other people have done to her already. They've basically bilked her of everything she had.
So why does she want nothing to do with you? Why does she hurl so many attacks at you? Say that you're the one who stole her passport and kept her from coming back from France to be in court last week.
Do you believe that? Do people really believe that?
I think some people might. What do you say to them?
That I stole her passport? First of all, we're not estranged. Our relationship is strained. But that's only because I represent the things she doesn't want in her life. I was there. I turned it around. I'm living a different lifestyle. And I'm out there trying to be an example to Lindsay. And I hope Dina is too now. I really think we've moved in the right direction. But I have wonderful people behind me. I'm getting support from a lot of family members and friends of Lindsay that are willing to help. And you know what? It's not about, I don't care what people say. I know the truth. God knows the truth. And Lisa has represented it so well. I can't say more about her or the other people that are actually in my corner.
Well, we all are on the same page in wishing Lindsay well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maggie.
Appreciate
God
you being here, Michael. Thank you. Lisa, thank you as well.
Thanks, Maggie.
Sorry for getting you up so early, Lisa.
She's used to it. She's on all the time.
Right.
And we should add that we tried to contact Lindsay's camp repeatedly yesterday and this morning. We have not heard back from either a publicist or a lawyer, so there's no comment this morning from Lindsay Lohan.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.